Welcome back, my friends. I am Brian, and you are Chords and Notes Nation. Thank you so much for joining me wherever you are, whenever you are. Today we have another Frank Zappa live performance. This one, my friends, is called Penguin in Bondage. This is a live performance recorded June 21st of 1974. Um, this is off of, it says Cheaper Than Cheap. It's a 1974 unreleased made for TV concert movie recorded at the Mother's private rehearsal hall. It said back in the early 70s, television was an integral tool for exposure of musical arts into the home, completely decked out with his touring light show and stage setup in the Mother's private rehearsal hall. Frank Zappa attempted to commit to videotape material for his own TV production, ultimately with the intention to shop to major networks. Unfortunately, there were technical issues that ultimately contributed to the footage being shelved and stored in the vault. 50 years later, with the advancements in post production editorial tools, we present Cheaper Than Cheap. This never before heard or seen 2 hour concert program reveals the most intimate performance ever captured from the 1974 Mother's lineup, direct from the lovingly resurrected and restored original vault audio and videotape masters. Wow, 2 hours. This stuff is never before seen. Well, I'm sure it is now, but this was really cool. That gets me thinking, if I get enough of you over on Patreon as paying members, I may go ahead and do a live stream reaction video on Patreon for you guys. Check that out if you're interested. I know there's quite a few of you who have joined my channel because of the Frank Zappa. And this, as you know, is sort of like a reintroduction, but truly a first time introduction journey for me. Those of you who don't understand, I had a friend who was into Zappa. I was not at the time, and it was just all weird stuff to me. Um, and that was many, many decades ago. And now I'm at that point where I'm actually listening to it again. There's certain things that I heard, but it never really resonated with me. But now that I'm intentionally listening, I'm really starting to appreciate it. So that's where it's sort of a second time, first time experience. And so I think this would be really, really cool to do as a live stream if I can get the full video downloaded and ready to go. And I have enough of you over on Patreon. That would be a great opportunity for us to do a live stream over there and interact with one another um, while we're watching the video. So that being said, let's get into this. Penguins in Bondage. Oh, I'm in for something. I know I am. Here we go.
She's just like a penguin in bondage, boy. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Way over on the wet side of the bed.
Oh no. What are we in for?
Just like the mighty penguin flapping right on its wings. Lord, you know it's all over if she come at you on the strut and wrap 'em all around your head, flapping right on its wings. She's just like a penguin in bondage, boy. Yes, Chester, yes. Shake up the pale, dry ginger ale. Trembling like a penguin. battery burn. Lord, you must be having a jumping through a hoop of real fire with some Kleenex wrapped around a coat hang wire. Like a penguin in bondage, boy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Howling over to some ant-articulated moon. Frostbite night with the flaps gone white, shrieking as she spot the hoop across the room. It's the hoop again. You know it must be a penguin bound down. If you hear that terrible screaming and there ain't no other birds around. Just like a penguin in bondage, boy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. She's just like a penguin in bondage, boy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Oh, you must be careful not to leave her straps too loose. She just might box your dog. or she just might box your doggy and leave your dried up dog biscuit.
Okay. Well, typical Zappa. I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to end. And that's kind of like the music, right? So I'm going to separate the lyrics from the music. The lyrics, I'm not really even going to get into because some of them were pretty laced with, I think, sexually charged implications there. Um, and some of the references were so far out there, I didn't even know what the heck he was getting at. But I think overall it was pretty naughty. Or I could be way off on that, and maybe I'm the one who's naughty, and he was just goofing around. I don't know. Um, but musically, see now this is one of the treats, the enjoyment of listening to music and different artists. They can access familiar chords and notes. Oh, you see what I did there? But the way they apply them, the way things are structured, the way it's played with intent and with emotion, and how it's broken down into different sections, and how you bridge those sections or how you don't bridge those sections, and maybe just all of a sudden, you're over here doing this, and then all of a sudden, bam, you're over here doing that, and that's kind of like what he does. Some of those strange bands. Mr. Bungle does that a lot. Did that a lot, but they were way out there as far as I'm concerned. Not that Frank isn't, but I think they took it to a different level. At least their lyrical content. And this is not easy music to perform. Compositionally, you got to think that drugs are involved here, man. At some point, and I mean, look at the era, the day and age when this was, not that it's any different now, but excuse me. Um, it's fascinating. It really is. The guitar solo, he's really. I never knew how good he really is as a guitar player. I know a lot of people had talked about it, but since I didn't listen to him back then, I never really, bothered to find out. I guess now I am. But the musicians he surrounds himself with, really good. I love the drumming, and that drummer is Chester Thompson, and then there's Ruth Underwood. She was on percussion there. The vocals, the backing vocals were good. I mean, they did everything they needed to make this song enjoyable, entertaining, and the timing, especially with the different sections being so vastly different and so expressively different. You're changing the mood of a song by what you're playing, how you're playing it. Sometimes comical, sometimes bluesy, sometimes jazzy. Whatever it's a fusion. It's a fusion of emotion and creativity coming together to create this seemingly disjointed jumble of nonsense that actually makes you feel good in the long run. Musically speaking, lyrically, I'm not even. Uh, but that was almost comical as well. And I think you have to take music. Sometimes you have to listen to music that you don't take seriously, and but there's serious musicians who know their craft so well that they can pull this off. You have to. And that's sort of that irony, right? I liked it. I do like it, you know. It's for me it's not something that is like going to be a main staple of my musical diet, but it would be one of those that if I wanted something different, but good, Frank Zappa. You know what I mean? So cool. Consider Patreon. As long as you are a contributing member, I would say let's go for the $5 level because that makes you a basically a full on patron. We do have the contribution level and the free levels as well, and there's stuff for all of the different tiers. But I think at the minimum it's the $5. If we get let's say we get another five patrons at the $5 level, I'll start doing some live concert live streams. Start messing around with that, and we'll get this Frank Zappa thing going over there for sure. So, all right, that's all I have, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time. God bless you. Jesus loves you, and I will talk to you in the next video.